આપની કંપનીમાં મેનેજમેન્ટ સાથે આપણે ચર્ચા કરી. આજે લિસ્ટ થયેલી કંપની પોપ્યુલર વ્હીકલ્સ એન્ડ સર્વિસીસના એમડી નવીન फिलिप આપણી સાથે જોડાઈ ગયા છે. सर गुड आफ्टरनून, स्वागत है शो पर और कॉन्ग्रेचुलेशंस ऑन लिस्टिंग. सबसे पहले सर जानना चाहेंगे यूज़ ऑफ फंड्स जो है क्या रहेगा?
So first I want to thank all the investors who have reposed faith in us and we got listed today. So a big thanks to everybody. In terms of the growth, as we said when we were there in the studio last time also, last year we had approximately a 5,000 crore turnover with a 64 crore PAT. This year first half we have already done about 2,896 or 2,900 odd crores with a 40 crore PAT. And our focus is to keep continuing to grow on this. So even if you look at the PAT numbers, if you look at the return on net worth, return on equity, all these numbers over the last 3-4 years we've been able to grow consistently and at a good pace of CAGR. And we're hoping to maintain that.
ओके सर, और कंपनी के एक्सपेंशन प्लान्स यहाँ से सर क्या दिख रहे हो? स्पेशली जियोग्राफिकल प्रेजेंस देखे वो फ्रंट पर क्या प्लान्स है कंपनी के?
Yeah, so we are already present in Maharashtra and the southern states. As I said, we started focusing on markets wherever the growth opportunity is there in terms of both the passenger vehicle market and the commercial vehicle market. So we have seen opportunities in various areas like Gujarat, NCR, Maharashtra, Andhra, Telangana. So we'll focus on those markets while going deeper into both Karnataka, Maharashtra and Tamil Nadu where we already have a presence.
ओके सर, रेवेन्यू स्ट्रीम की अगर बात करें तो काफ़ी डाइवर्सिफाइड है, तो यहाँ से कैसे डिमांड देख रहे हैं ऑन ग्राउंड अक्रॉस कैटेगरीज और स्पेशली कंपनी का की फोकस कहाँ पे है?
So as I said, we have serviced, our focus is very clearly on service. We have serviced 1 million vehicles last year, about 9,52,000 vehicles. This year we have already clocked 5,20,000 vehicles in the first half of this year. And going forward, that will be our focus area. But as we focus on that, we need to build up the sales and the number of vehicles on the street. So we'll look at passenger vehicles and commercial vehicles in terms of growing and all the markets that I stated earlier.
जी सर, सीवी के ऊपर आपने मेंशन किया, तो कमर्शियल व्हीकल ये सेगमेंट को लेकर आउटलुक क्या है आपका?
So commercial vehicle sector has been clocking a decent pace, and even this year, in terms of some numbers, in terms of cargo, there's been a little of lap. But if you look at the tipper segment or the construction equipment segment has grown healthy. The small commercial vehicles had a little bit of both in terms of finance and interest rates, so it was a bit sluggish, but I'm expecting that to pick up soon. So if you have to look at commercial vehicle sector, you'll have to split it into 3-4, both the SCVs, the light commercial vehicles and the heavy commercial vehicles. Each segment grows at its own pace, but we are looking at the growth path of India and the economy growth, as the Prime Minister, everybody stated, about 10 years of this decade is going to belong to us. And if that decade has to belong to us, in terms of economic growth, the biggest gainer from that would be in terms of both commercial vehicles and passenger car vehicles.
जी सर, महाराष्ट्र के ऊपर भी आपने मेंशन किया कि ये मार्केट में आपने एंट्री किया है इन फिस्कल 2023, तो ओवरऑल रिस्पांस कैसा है यहाँ से?
Extremely good response. We've been able to triple sales for the OEM within a very short period of time.
ओके और इन्वेंट्री को लेकर सर अभी क्या सिचुएशन है? कुछ यहाँ से बिल्ट इन आप देख रहे हैं या आगे कैसा सिचुएशन रहेगा?
So inventories are, I'm saying through the years, I'm saying if you look at last year, we did an inventory turn of 12 turns. So approximately a 5,000 crore turnover, our inventory on an average through the year would be about 400 crores. Inventory goes a little up during festive season because of the anticipation of the succeeding month as such. So it's the same thing over here. But in terms of actual inventory would be probably higher by about 3-4 days as against our average of last year probably.
ओके सर, कुछ फिनेंशियल टर्म्स पर अभी जानना चाहेंगे, रेवेन्यू और मार्जिन्स के फ्रंट पर कुछ गाइडेंस आप शेयर करना चाहेंगे?
So I can't give you a guidance, but I can just say that last year we did a 4.8% EBITDA. The EBITDA numbers per se wouldn't be the right number to look at in terms of the automobile industry or dealership industry. If you look at our PAT numbers, last year was 64 crores. Our PAT number the previous year, that was FY22, was about 33-34 crores. This year, first half, we have already clocked 40 crores PAT. So if you look at both return on net worth, return on equity, PAT numbers, we've been consistently growing. That's because of the focus on service. As I said, service contributes about 15% of our turnover, but about 55% of our EBITDA. And this was 11% and 37% a couple of years ago. So we've been able to steadily grow this number. And that's what we would look going forward to.
जी, और नवीन सर लास्टली जानना चाहेंगे 24 के लिए आउटलुक आप क्या शेयर करना चाहेंगे कंपनी या फिर इंडस्ट्री के लिए?
I think the auto sector, as I said, once the economy grows, the auto sector has to keep pace with that. In fact, it will be delta 1-2% of the GDP growth as such, and we're expecting that to happen.
जी सर, शुक्रिया हमारे साथ जुड़ने के लिए. बेस्ट विशेस सर फॉर कमिंग क्वार्टर्स. थैंक यू अगेन.